Now, KCAU 9 News starts with your forecast first.
Good afternoon, Siouxland. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. We're getting a live look outside, courtesy of the Ho-Chunk Center camera in downtown Sioux City. We've been tracking some isolated thunderstorms beginning to form in parts of Nebraska and South Dakota. One of these thunderstorms has gone severe within the past few minutes, just north of Parkston and south of Mitchell, with the potential of producing some hailstones between 1 inch and 1.5 inches in diameter, and also some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We expect to have some active weather through the overnight, with some additional chances for seeing severe storms crop up. More coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast. KCAU 9 News at 5 starts right now.
We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on your Monday. I'm Sophie Erber. After 3 years, the family of University of Iowa student Molly Tibbetts finally got some closure today after the man convicted of killing their daughter learned his fate. We have details now from the courtroom in our top story at 5. Rivera walked into the courtroom as Molly's family and supporters watched from the pews in court. A victim witness coordinator read a witness impact statement. It was written by Molly's mother, Laura Calderwood. In it, she addressed Behenna Rivera and his actions directly. Judge Joel Yates then sentenced Rivera to life in prison. Prosecutor Scott Brown says the sentence was a relief and a long time coming given the COVID-19 delays.
It's been a little over 3 years since Molly was murdered, and a little over 3 years also since she was found. So it's been a long haul for the family and for those of us that have been prosecuting the case, investigating it. So we're just very pleased with the result and finally got up to the finish line.
Behenna Rivera will also be required to pay $150,000 restitution to Molly's family, and he is not eligible for parole. Authorities in South Sioux City say they made several arrests as part of a recent multi-state crackdown on human trafficking. 45-year-old Edward Nelson of Quimby and 20-year-old Moises Ramirez of South Sioux City were both charged with 1 count of solicitation of prostitution. 49-year-old Timothy Daly of Ponca was charged with sexual assault and use of an electronic device in connection to that sting. Police say Daly tried to purchase sex with a 15-year-old girl who was actually an undercover police officer. 3 others were cited for prostitution and released. That sting operation, all part of Operation United Front, which was a joint venture between 12 different states. And police tonight have identified the victim of a deadly crash on I-29 over the weekend. The Sioux City Police Department says 69-year-old Gerald Reed of Smithland was killed after his truck plunged into the Missouri River on Saturday night. Police say Reed's vehicle lost control while traveling south on I-29 in the stormy weather. His body was recovered from the vehicle on Sunday morning. Now, the exact cause of that crash tonight remains under investigation. The public will soon get to weigh in on the construction of a new pipeline that plans to run right through Siouxland. That project would be the first carbon dioxide pipeline in the state of Iowa. The pipeline has been proposed by Summit Carbon Solutions and would cross 30 Iowa counties, including most of northwest Iowa. A number of public meetings has since been scheduled for the coming weeks. If you would like to check out when those meetings are happening or just to get a better look at the proposed route, head over to our website right now at the address on your screen, SiouxlandProud.com, or check it out on the KCAU 9 mobile news app. Well, you probably noticed the recent growth in the Sunnybrook neighborhood of Sioux City, and we have some new information tonight on just how many homes have been added to that area. Between new apartment complexes along with new commercial and retail facilities, Sunnybrook continues to be one of Siouxland's busiest locations for consumers. Sioux City's Economic and Community Development Director says the key to Sunnybrook's continued growth is the addition of affordable and accessible housing options. Now, with more than 600 new apartments added over the last 5 years just in that area. KCAU 9's Jason Toktagian takes a further look at how much growth has taken place, plus what's in store for the future of development there in Sunnybrook. All that coming up tonight at 10. As the summer season comes to an end, so does the public pool season for Siouxland residents. And now that they are officially closed, the numbers are in. 2 out of 3 Sioux City pools recorded higher attendance this year. 40,000 used Riverside, Leaf, and Lewis pools combined. The only facility that saw a drop in attendance was the Lewis pool specifically. John Burns, recreation supervisor for Parks and Rec, says although the numbers didn't quite match those from before COVID-19, they are trending up and in the right direction.
Yeah, I think we're happy with to see that the community's embracing and starting to come back and using these public facilities.
The pools are expected to open again next year, sometime around Memorial Day weekend. Of course, that is weather permitting. And it's time now for our first check on the weather. Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson standing by. And Scott, a day that I'm sure Siouxlanders would have loved to have been able to jump in the pool. Still warm and definitely felt like summer.
Yeah, warm and humid out there today, Sophie, but that is going to provide some fuel for thunderstorms as we continue through this evening. Looking at the radar picture now, you can see that we have some storms that are linked together from Sioux City to the northwest through Vermilion and up toward Mitchell. That is where we have a severe thunderstorm warning at this moment for Davison, as well as Hanson and Hutchinson counties. A report of some quarter-sized hailstones falling near the city of Ethan. So that storm is moving to the east at about 20 miles per hour. And we do expect to see some additional severe weather crop up in the area for tonight. A slight risk issued for most of the region, and it looks like damaging winds and very heavy rain are going to be the two primary issues with these storms as they develop. We'll have more details on the timing of that threat and when we can expect to see some quieter weather coming up in the 9 on 9 forecast. Sophie?
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. We'll check back. In storms on Saturday night produced an EF1 tornado in Lenox, South Dakota, causing significant damage to their high school specifically. The wind there tore up the rubber surface on the roof, allowing water to pour into the music room, the shop, and the hallway in the southwest portion of that building. Superintendent Chad Conaway hopes to have students back in class by tomorrow, but there's still plenty of work to be done between now and then.
We'll assess to make sure that everything is structurally intact. Then we got to get it dried in, and then we got to assess the damage that's inside. We got to get our food back into our coolers. We need our HVAC going so that we can continue with not only comfort but our COVID mitigation. That's a big piece of our COVID mitigation strategy.
Power was restored to that building Sunday night, more than 24 hours after the storm hit. President Joe Biden is promising federal and financial aid following Hurricane Ida's devastating winds in a virtual meeting with governors today. The president said federal government aid has already deployed more than 200 generators and thousands of FEMA workers to the Louisiana area. DC's Raquel Martin with the very latest.
President Joe Biden says help is on the way for residents now picking up the pieces from the devastation left behind by Hurricane Ida.
That's our job. If we work together, the folks get knocked down, we're there to help you get back on your feet.
President Biden says more than 5,000 members of the National Guard have been activated in the region. And search and rescue efforts are already underway in Louisiana, where the storm left at least one person dead.
That number is likely to grow.
President Biden met virtually with governors Monday. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards welcomed resources. He says up to 2 million people are without power in his state.
We're going to be dealing with this damage for quite a while.
The FEMA administrator says because of the massive amount of damage throughout Louisiana, to expect a longer recovery. In fact, she says residents in New Orleans should be prepared to be without full power for several weeks. As the storm passes over Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves told President Biden he's concerned about rising flood levels and the lack of power.
We've got 135,000 plus Mississippi dwellings that have not and cannot receive power. We anticipate that number to significantly increase.
We've been working with the electric sector throughout the night.
To help accelerate operations, President Biden says he's authorizing the use of surveillance drones to assess storm damage. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Local educators are working to drum up interest in the field of robotics. Over at the Sioux City Rotary meeting, Skip and Richard from Thompson Electric gave a presentation on robotics. A little bit of programming machines to installation and human safety. We spoke with them about why educating people on robotics is just so important.
So many businesses are looking for people, and there are just not enough people to do all the work. And so a lot of manufacturers, a lot of industrial places are looking for their options, and robotics may or may not be an option.
Richard is also a part of the Sioux City Robotics Club that's out at the Southern Hills Mall, teaching children the fundamentals in that field. Pretty cool. And if you bought a Powerball ticket in Yankton recently, you might want to check those numbers. It's an alert for you. One lucky lotto player hit a $2 million jackpot in Saturday's drawing. The South Dakota Lottery says that ticket was sold at the Hy-Vee on Broadway Avenue in Yankton. No one has yet come forward to claim the prize. No tickets match the grand prize, so tonight's jackpot still sits at a cool $332 million. If you'd like to check out your numbers, head on over to our website. We have them there at SiouxlandProud.com.